Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host, Cruznigaxon. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn as a bit of a trip down memory lane. These episodes right now are dedicated to the Hildebrand quest line. Last episode. Let's go over the rules right quick. I'm doing this under New Game Plus on my main character, Chris Valentine. I'm doing this as Meteor's job from the promotional trailer, aka Warrior. I am doing all instances through duty support with the exception of raids, normal raids, alliance raids, and duties that do not support it. And finally, I am using quest or patch item level appropriate gear. So, Hildebrand. Crazy so far. I forgot to grab the video before we started this. I apologize in advance for trying to blaze through this. Okay, here we are. Oh yeah, and I only did it in 1 hour. Okay. Open link in window. And mute that. Alright. Now that I have everything back in order. I think I do. Yep, we do. Alright, so, last episode, we, Oh yeah, I had my old bullshit button back then. Alright, we're on the pursuit of a duelist who, is stealing other people's weapons. But we're not gonna dwell on that. I'm just here to see what has changed in the 10 years since it got released. So, without further ado, and without further stalling for time, we are going to talk to Ellie and complete the quest, The Science of Deduction. Let's get to it. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens that I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Ordon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I to not investigate her. And should the duelist strike when I am present? Well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers. The sort Tutusi and Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you like. Alright, off to Drybone. Did I run all the way there? No, I teleported. Good. Do you see? There you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin! He knew that, and yet he... Damn. I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? I try not to think of Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. All right. Where are we going? Vesper Bay, of course. Times like this, I wish I had those, Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets, you know? But only new players get them now. At least I can fly. We'll expedite Bayon's trip, because we're flying. Unfortunately, back in original Realm Reborn, we had no choice but to stay on land. And I say that a lot. Partly because I'm kind of bitter. Anyway, Dorilda. Again? As I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time. Everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the Mithril Eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on my peerless Inspector Interlopers and despair! Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Oh, hey, Arya. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, Consulting Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector? Consulting Inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildebrand Mandeville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you finish with these wastrels. You see? I do not want nor need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out! All of you! Where have you been, Maria? And where's my vase? This strange flying thing and the vase. I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point, you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Oh, that goofy face. I picked up the vase in Uldar like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Norfolka's Wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand? Looking for a vase. Vase. No one really You know something? No one really truly knows how to pronounce the word correctly. Everyone says something different. So, how's your morning, babe? Are ya? God damn it. Oh. And I stumble upon the No, I didn't want to stress you out with this. Touche. Oh yeah, I started with the resting merchant first. I am way behind. Where's the resting merchant? I don't know. That is what's pissing me off about this whole ordeal. But let's not talk about real life drama. That my mother is concerningly unreliable? Wait. Okay. Anyway, a vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. I don't know where the, Oh, I don't want the Fenrir, I want the Phoenix. Here's the... Oh, yeah, they're up here. Yeah? Ah, okay. Anyway. Okay. I'm sorry, you said the drinky Americanized version? Oh, I thought you said drinky. I was gonna be like, yeah, well, most Americans are drunk these days. Anyway, that girl run by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hand, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Okay, we've talked to the resting merchant. Now we can... Now we can expedite Bion's little, Oh, whoops, wrong. I need a quick key for this. Anyway, flamboyant oath. A pox upon that thieving demon bird! He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me! A vase? I know not of what you... Ah! Curse this infernal refuge underfoot! Every point is a dagger! There's something in the water at the man's feet. I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorilda over... Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase.
Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something.
Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution to resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. All right. All right, we've got the pot shards. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. It should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck. But the following morning, they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned of who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer! The hammer!"
He sounds dangerous.
Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Danland. It is there we shall begin our search. Alright, pause for a moment. As we teleport to Blue Fog, I do want to make one thing perfectly clear. There is definitely a line difference in here. But it has nothing to do with how many years have gone by. There is a quest, and I am going to pop out and I'm going to open up my I'm going to open a link in a new tab because I'm going to need to find this particular video. Now the video in question is kind of links up to this particular quest, if you actually do it. Where is it? Pharaoh Cyrus, Second Coil of Bahamut. I think it's on the next page. Yep. All right. So if you check out my video, and I will link it in the top right, this episode, my side episode, The Quest of Camp Bronze Lake, has a little quest that is a bit awkward when you think about it. Where is the quest in question? Ah, here it is. The adventure of the fainting goldsmith. And we'll throw on our window view for a minute. But if you, I apologize for the quality of this video, but if you do this quest, you'll, let's just say, it makes what we did last episode just even more awkward. You'll see why in a moment, but we're gonna get right back to our video. Part of me is not looking forward to this next part, I will say that. The Doblin carcass. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north.
I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around.
Oh, they're still around, all right. Let's see about this one. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. Single blow to the head. Impressive. And the Ahriman carcass. Doblin, the basilisk, this Ahriman, all was slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. That chimera must be his latest prize. Means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Mandeville man, doing what only a Mandeville can, from the peaks of Kurthus to Thanalan, Mandeville man. Yeah, I have not rehearsed that in ages. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of the mount. That is the dance of House Mandeville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Mandeville. You have learned the emote Mandeville dance. Well, now to debase ourselves one more time. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade. For I have shared with you the secrets of House Mandeville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Mandeville can. I am not looking forward to this. Here we go. How many lapidary hammers does this guy have, though? Oh, here goes everything. Fancy yourself a Mandeville man? Would you do what only a Mandeville can? Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Mandeville man! He comes. Ho ho! You have naught to fill for me. Not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No. You came in search of me! Godbert! Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion if not that? Wait. I know you. He of strong yet tender fingers.
And right there is the reference I was talking about. If you do the Adventures of the Fainting Gentleman, this is the this is the line that awaits you. But anyway.
But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Mandeville? I did not teach you, then who?
Here we go. And he's off.
By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives?
Only to see Godbert running after you in his short clothes.
Hildebrand, Halidor, Maximilian Mandeville!
And German suplex. I think we should admire the fact that that was just a tech. Can we just admire the fact that that was a textbook German suplex right there? But I guess I'm the only one. Anyway.
10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home. And 5 since I learned of your trip to Dollarmood. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You are Hildy's father? Godbert the goldsmith's a Mandeville man, smithing as only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Mandeville man.
Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria.
Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement.
Didn't need to know that, dude.
your applause until the end. I forgot. Guide my hammer. Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense! I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you are paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away such childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not! I am an inspector, Father! I can be naught else!
Mr. Godbird, sir, I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildebrand help with the investigation.
We cannot say for certain, can we? We cannot say that for certain, can we? Perhaps she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. Enkidu as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. Alright, we'll travel quickly to Vesper Bay. Alright, we are... Alright, we are back at Vesper Bay. Let's... Oh, Bion's almost there. We'll give it a second. Tab. And we'll expedite.
I hope she likes it.
Here we go.
Mother, I brought you the vase.
By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but Gaudy trash!
Lord Mandeville, sir! I did not realize you had arrived!
Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations to esteemed gentlemen such as yourself must enjoy.
Oh, whoops, wrong voice.
Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction.
Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction.
Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection.
Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandevilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist threats? Enough expository banter, I say.
I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville, the man who took Eolande Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate?
It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briodian. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now, kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jajompa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay.
Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right?
They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous.
You are a douche.
Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium. Assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description?
You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd.
A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Curthus. And I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less.
Be seeing you.
Hey, forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We've just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing?
What reasons indeed? It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Alright, Hildebrand. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we ought to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. Alright, off to Dragonhead. I never did like Kurthus in A Realm Reborn. What about you, Arya?
I mean, what's wrong with Kurthus?
Snow.
Well, I mean, it's pretty to look at, but I don't want to be in it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in it in a video game than in real life.
I'd rather not be in it in general, except for certain situations. But anyway, there's the Sellsword Sergeant. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting of counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, Bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back!
I say, is this land always so inhospitable? Biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me get to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you. After administering the requisite beating! Ha ha!
Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief. As we are. As are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're on demand over there. Bless you. Bless you. Alright, over near the east gate.
You see that just now? Oh? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me. There's only one way to be sure. You wait here.
Inspector! Over here! Look!
What is it, Nashu? Pray, tell me what you see.
Aha! I see you, demon bird! You'll not escape me this time! Why, hello there, my friends! Is aught amiss?
Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu. We have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. Oh, boy. It was not out of the ordinary here, either.
No luck, hmm?
We have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. Can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding.
Or perhaps he was waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits.
I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary.
I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use.
By the 12! Is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it?
It was buried in the snow.
Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Now it's about to take a turn for the ridiculous. Oh, and I might as well turn on undersized unrestricted here. Oh, I almost passed it. There we are. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? Was not the selfsame creature but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you?
They're standing right next to each other and Gilgamesh does not realize it.
Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. It's one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears! I claimed this weapon 5 years ago! Surely you cannot be serious! Now you call me surely? No matter! Give it to me! Give it to me! This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens! I will not relinquish it again! This spear and I have bested many a man together! I will not relinquish it again! Then we are at an impasse. What the fuck? Why don't we just grab it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act.
Miss Ellie, are you grossly misreading our dispute? Greg is a good, honest man who I'm certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him! A confession to what? I have done naught wrong! Bah! You are all beyond reason! Ah! Yes! My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless! And his capture will be the coup de grace! Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Alright, let's ride. There's Hildebrand. Also? It's only? Oh, my good man! It is a relief to hear your footfalls! As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. One moment. Hello, Gilgamesh. Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. Took you so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At last, I understand. We are fated to duel, you and I. Best me, and you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, don't you think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you to no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is unburgeoning time! Okay. I forgot he can freaking get that big. Battle on the big bridge, now accessible. Now, I'm not going to extend it to my allies. I'm running this solo. If only to see if I can. Did I? Yeah, skip playback is fine. All right. Here we go.
Here we go. I'm gonna turn on Defiance. Actually, no, I don't need to turn on Defiance. I don't need it. Ah, shit. The only drawback is that he toted me right as I was getting my freaking berserk on. Or my inner strength. Inner release, I don't know. There we go. Primal Rend. Now, I'm not using... Son of a bitch! Oh, I'm confused. Oh wait, there's no one else here, so all I have to do is fucking fight Gilgamesh. Come on, gimme.
I admit it. Fighting all in. It's just too much for me.
Not! Ah, I lied! The only difference between when I did this before and doing it now is that as I'm soloing it, I'm realizing that I don't nearly have the firepower as in an 8-man party that's doing this synced, because power creep is still a thing. There we go.
Hold that thought. I must say I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. How do you silly? Aha!
There we go. Let's get out of the tornado. There we are. Ah, son of a whore. Coded again. This time I wasn't using inner release at the moment. But now I gotta navigate the chickens. God damn it! We're almost there, though.
I won't go down so easily.
Got him!
Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
Yeah, they're all my crew are celebrating, whereas I'm just like, what the fuck? But yeah, we've defeated Gilgamesh. Let's speak to Briardian. Lone yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Alright, back to Vesper Bay. While we expedite Bion's little escapades. That was actually fun doing it undersized with a low item level gear. All right.
Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection.
And with that, all business is concluded. Cheers! I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way.
All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briardian. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where's my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade?
Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant.
The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person.
Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring.
If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did?
And another card. Oof! I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briardian. Piss off! 400 years I have slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting.
The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the trading blade sent this.
Very well. I, and I alone, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Down and face me, you buffoon!
Dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria! Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later. Just you and me.
Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces! For it is the face of the... The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue! As seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul! Can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife?
Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time.
Oh, that's just creepy.
Anywhoosie, with that being said, that completes another stop in the Hildebrand trip down memory lane. We'll try to complete more later, but unfortunately, I have to go do some things, so I gotta get going. With that being said, that's it for the Sanctuary. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned later for more. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided.